What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the debut album from the band The Drip, entitled The Haunting Fear of Inevitability. This is released on Relapse Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Richland, Washington, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very traditional, fast, and feral style of grindcore. Yeah. If there's any grindcore band coming out today that really needs to be listened to and paid attention to, The Drip is definitely one of those bands. It's been really cool to see how far this band has evolved and come along in their existence. When I first heard of their EP releases from back in 2011 and 2012, their self-titled EP and The Wasteland respectively, my ears were at attention, and I was very, very intrigued and fascinated by what this band brought to grindcore. Great music, great vocals, just an overall sense of awareness and professionalism from a band like this. And things came to a head in 2014 when they signed to Relapse Records, and they put out an EP entitled A Presentation of Gruesome Poetics. Pretty much getting the ball rolling faster, getting better with their sound. And I was very, very impressed with that EP release. And now things seem to be coming full circle for them in the form of this debut album entitled The Haunting Fear of Inevitability. It's 13 tracks, and it clocks in at around 31 minutes in length, and I would say that this is a very, very welcoming introduction for a band like The Drip. I mean, if you've been familiar with what this band has done in the past, you're going to find something very special here with this debut album. A lot of the influences that this band has taken from throughout all of their releases comes full circle here, but there's even more than meets the eye for something like this. The one thing that stands out to me the most about this album is the guitar playing. This album has riffs for days. I absolutely love the emphasis on heavy riffs being done here throughout this release. I mean, from the minute you hear the song Blackest Evocation to songs like Dead Inside, to Painted Ram, there's just some seriously great guitar riff work going on here. I love how everything sounds, the way everything is played out. It's just skull-crushing. I dig the tone that this guitar is being used here for this album, and it definitely suits this band's influence on grindcore. I almost sense a bit of a death metal, hardcore and D-beat sort of influences being done here with these guitar riffs, and I really think it's vital and crucial to this band's sound and involvement, and I think it sounds incredibly crushing. I love the guitar playing done on here. Bass work is very good, very audible and clear, very smooth throughout this entire album. Definitely serves as a balancing point for every song and every riff that gets played on here, especially for the songs that seem to be a little bit lengthy. I personally like it more when the band handles their business when it's shorter songs, like a minute and a half long songs, but when it gets to the 3-minute tracks, you get I think they expand on the ideas just a little bit more. But personally, I prefer the faster stuff. That's where I feel you get the very best moments of The Drip with an album like this. Drumming is sensational from first track to last. Very relentless, very, very destructive. I love the blast beats. I love the D-beat influences. I just love how this drummer handles himself. It sounds great, just like every instrument that's on here. I think this album has a very good production job quality going for it. Nothing clean or fancy or over the top or anything like that. It just is suitable for this band's style and presentation. I love this drum sound. I love the way everything sounds, the snare, the pop, everything feels wonderful, and this is a very awesome drum performance. And when it comes to the vocals, I definitely think this vocalist is at his most pissed off and angry here with The Haunting Fear of Inevitability. Very much vitriolic in nature. I love this guy's approach to the vocals, the vocal deliveries, especially for some of the later tracks on here, like Terror War Industry, and pretty much the trifecta of 1-minute songs throughout the closing moments of the record, in Atrophy, The Answer, and Exile. A really, really awesome three track combination right there with those songs. Really awesome vocal performances done here, and I really think he gets a point across very, very wonderfully for this album. So overall, incredible debut album from the Drip. If you're into grindcore, if you're into what the Drip have put out in the past, you're going to find something special here with this album, and hopefully greater things will come for them in the future. So, if I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say Blackest Evocation, Dead Inside, Terror War Industry, In Atrophy, The Answer, Exile, and even the closing 2 tracks on this album are pretty solid. Even the last track, Bone Chapel, is really good too. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you a link in the description box as to how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will leave you a link to the Drip's Bandcamp page where you can stream this album in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. You can stream it by digitally, and it is available as a CD and 12-inch vinyl, whatever format is pleasing to you, and I'm very sure this band will be active in getting live stuff done within the new year. So, again, the album is The Haunting Fear of Inevitability by The Drip. This is released on Relapse Records. Go support this. And for a score, I'm going to give this a very solid 8.5 out of 10. Very awesome debut. The Drip are only going to get better from here. So if you happen to have heard this album, definitely let me know what you think about it and how you feel about it. Or any of you guys into The Drip, definitely let me know. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. And until the next time, Army Ho out.